are driven by the finer things. I see more than materials and wealth. What have you got to give to me? What I don't already give myself. You are driven by the...
Hello, welcome to a brand new episode of Illuminated DiiSCLAIMER. Sydney here. Hope all of you are finding the best ways to light up your own universe, and I hope that the journey's going very well. Hope you guys are having a wonderful time. Now we are deep in springtime, getting more sun, getting more heat, getting more togetherness, getting more social, and hopefully finding some ways to find self-love within yourself and to adapt and overcome to the negativity you have within. And I sincerely hope that these episodes are helping you find that purpose. Just before I start, I would love it if you like this video and also subscribe to my channel so you can get further alerts and notifications. I think there's a bell icon that you can click on as well, and that would be greatly appreciated as well, because that gives me the scope to actually know that this channel is going in the right direction and I can help you all going forward. So just in advance, thank you all so much, and thank you for the views. Every view is very important. It just means that I am achieving my goal of spreading the word of love, wisdom, guidance and gratitude to hundreds of thousands and even millions. So thank you for being a part of the journey. Now I wanted to talk about my journey of sensitivity. Now in the past I've been very sensitive from a little kid, and I realized that when I grew up I still had these preconditioned ways of just keeping in the sensitivity, but I didn't know how to express it outwardly. And I found when I got into situations where someone would offend me, I'll take it out on other people, I'll take it out on myself, but I wouldn't really find a way to healthily destabilize it and see the appreciation behind it. So this is going to be likely a short video than usual, but knowing me, I'll just keep on talking and we're going to get to 15 or 20 minutes, but we'll see how it goes. So some things that I did when it came to just realizing the importance of releasing the emotions and also controlling the emotions while I released them was very pivotal to my growth as the person you see before you today. There was a lot of times in the past where I was this person and I would just take all this negative energy and all these negative conversations, even if it was a little bit of criticism, I wouldn't know how to express it. And then it'll come to a point where I'll just have a day in the week where I'll just have a complete shutdown. Wouldn't want to talk to anybody, just want to chill by myself. And I guess if anyone tried to talk to me, they'll just get the receiving end of my barking. And it was only until later, when I was in my late 20s, where I realized how damaging that was. You know, you start getting grey hairs, you start getting wrinkles under your eyes, and you stay in these thoughts, because the worst thing about not controlling your emotions is if you take it out on somebody, then that could be a relationship over, that could be a friendship over, that will be something that will be dwelling on your mind. And depending if you take pictures of this person or whatever, whenever you are reminded of that situation, it could just put you down to a low place. So it's just about managing and controlling your emotions in a way which is healthy and viable for not for you only, but for everyone around you. So the first thing that I usually like to do is actually just sit down with my emotions. I would respond and not react. Actually, that would be the first thing. Respond to the person if they are saying things that are offensive to you, but don't react. Don't use your emotions as a tool to amplify the way you're feeling. If I am angry and you say something that I don't like, first thing I want to do is just, okay, thank you. Go to an area for about 10-15 minutes and actually assess the situation, because without thoroughly assessing the situation, you could just attack someone, or you can get the wrong end of the stick. And if you know me, you know I'm like, you say something that I deem to be offensive or, you know, not in my best interest, I can get a bit snappy. But now, completely different, I would say. Touch wood. I would like to be more of a person who actually just sits down and just says, look, no matter what, if someone says something to me in the wrong way or says the wrong things to me, maybe they're going through something, maybe they're projecting, maybe I shouldn't take that thing onto me. There was usually two main paths in this storyline. And And that is, will I not get offended by what you said, or will I get offended by what you said? I could say to you, you have terrible hair. Does that offend you? That's your decision. Someone said, I don't like your hair. I'll be like, okay, fine, that's your point, cool. But if someone else said to me, I don't like your hair, I could have taken it completely different. I could have just been like, wow, that's rude. Maybe I'm going to change my hair. Maybe I don't like it myself. Maybe it's horrible. And it depends on how I interpret it. And I realized that a lot of people say things and they don't think about what they're saying there, and they don't think about the repercussions. But that's their problem. That's not my problem. So many people have said so much things. Some people they see me and they don't want to talk to me. Some people avoid me. Some people are very mean and disrespectful to me. But that's coming from their side. They're playing tennis with me. When the ball comes to my court, am I going to hit it or am I going to leave it? The way I see it, leave it. I guess it depends on what point you want to see it. But to me, I don't want to have that stress and just go through a battle with you. I know when I want to pull away. It doesn't make me any worse of a human being, or it doesn't make me any weaker of a human being. I know what energy I want to be around. I know what I should allow in here. And a lot of people's words, they could just keep that to themselves. Don't absorb those things if you don't necessarily have to, because ultimately you are what you consume. And if you open up your door to everything, including other people's opinions and their emotions, then you are at risk of actually becoming like that at a later date. So you need to kind of think about what you truly want. Oops. Next thing is, if I do feel anger, I just like to sit down and just actually appreciate why it was said. A lot of people used to say to me in the past, you should do this like this and you should do this like that. And I used to get offended. Like, I know what I'm doing. I'm a grown man. I know what I'm doing. But I realized that's probably years of conditioning. Just thinking to myself, I have to be on this person who owns his way of thinking. And that's not necessarily the case. Now when people give me opinions, whether the way they say it is irrelevant. People will usually see things from their point of view. And if they feel that they're helping you, then it is a form of help. It's not really up to us to interpret things in a more negative way, because we should see things in a more positive way. If someone says to me, oh, your hair color's terrible, you shouldn't be wearing purple or red at the same time, I'll just be like, well, that's your opinion. I value your opinion, but your opinion doesn't change who I want or my wants and needs. I can get a lot of negative comments on YouTube and they can say whatever they want, and there's a chance of me looking at it being like, wow, that's rude, oh, I can't believe they said that. But then I think to myself, maybe they're going through something. If they are, I feel sorry for them. Maybe they know that's the only way they know how to express themselves, and it started from childhood. Then I hope they seek help. People could say their opinions, say maybe you could do this more, do that, or maybe you can talk less. Thank you for your opinion, I'll definitely take it on board. I feel like we come from a world where there's a lot of division and separation, and there's a lot of arguments, Everyone's point is the right point of view. Sometimes we just have to sit down and surrender to the universe and see where it takes us. Sometimes we have to be passive and just learn both sides of the story and come to more nuanced decisions. But we need to control our sensitivity and our emotions in order to get to that level of stability within ourselves. And we don't want to run the risk of losing all the positive things that we've accrued over the last few years when it comes to our mental health and protecting our inner space and sanctity for someone's offhanded comment to actually get through to us. So we therefore have a beaker of our sensitivity. We could put up to 10 or we could put 0. And it's about having that control of our emotions, that stability, that sensitivity that we have. People can say things all they want, but are you going to let them affect it? Are you going to let them affect you? You shouldn't. It's hard. I know it's hard. I know what you're thinking is difficult, but that's the thing. You probably thought to yourself that there's certain things that you wanted in your life, and you realize that it takes a while to get it. It could be money, it could be materialistic things. But what was important was eventually you got there. and you had to be starting that. You had to get a consistency. Even if you got a job, getting a pay rise, getting a promotion, it takes time. But you have your mind on that, and then when the event comes, you're taking it. You're taking the opportunity with both hands. So with this, just make sure that whenever someone says something to you that rubs you up the wrong way, control that sensitivity bar. Just make sure, if you can, just go to a space and actually analyze the situation, and analyze it in a situation which leaves the outcome of you being the most safest within yourself. Okay? This has been another episode of Illuminated Disclaimer. I've been your host, Sydney, and it's been an amazing day, and I hope wherever you are, there's an abundance of sunshine, and I hope you're getting all your tans and then some. And this is Sydney Peters. I'm signing out. Please like and subscribe if you can see that, and please keep on finding ways to illuminate your world. Thank you.